I wouldn't say I was a prisoner, because it was a jail of my own making. I'd volunteered to be part of a control group. I could leave any time I wanted, but what was the point? Without a cure to the virus, I was as good as dead. The other patients were much further along than me. The first symptom was itching. Then small lesions would appear. After that, things really got ugly. There was nothing to do but use the treatment Dr. Canton prescribed. That, and give a blood sample every 3 hours.
I know it's a pain, but Dr. Canton's tracking the progression of the virus. The more data he has, the faster we can beat this thing.
Sounds like it may only be a few more days until they have a cure.
That's what they told me 4 weeks ago.
Ted Murphy was a former college football star, a man who wasn't scared of a fight. So when he learned the virus had manifested, he was determined to beat it. But the wait was starting to take its toll on him. After the fall, Ted refused to change his dreams.
Decided to find a girl, get married, and raise a couple of linebackers. Just like I always wanted. As soon as I met Ellen, I just knew she was the one. We made plans to claim a mansion in Santa Fe. That's where she grew up. But now all our plans are shot to hell. Unless I get cured.
When I mentioned I'd seen Ellen delivering a letter to the nurse, Ted went berserk.
What the hell?
Before I could stop him, Ted confronted Nurse Thomas about Ellen's letter. She explained it was necessary to remove all outside influences. They could taint the control group, but Ted wasn't buying it.
I want to see that letter.
You're free to leave whenever you want, Mr. Murphy. But we can't bend the rules at this stage. I'm sorry.
As I started to feel the symptoms, I understood why everyone stayed. The doctor's treatment actually seemed to work. The swelling and lesions eventually subsided. Good news was no one had succumbed to the virus yet. But one patient had been there for months. It made me wonder if maybe a cure wasn't as close as they said. And when I found Ellen's letters, my suspicions only grew. She'd been writing to Ted for weeks, begging him to leave the hospital. She wanted them to spend whatever time he had left together. Why keep this from him? It was his right to leave, unless they needed him to stay. Unless they needed all of us.